the best idea I have ever had.
Good evening, my darlings. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you're doing well. Check it out. Nicole helped me find this chest that I had missed for quite some time.
Where is it?
And there's another one.
Rev the engines.
In the water? It's a what? Or... Oh. Under the bridge. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Now we're good. Oh. Get over here and just make sure.
Do I sense treasure?
Okay, almost done. Anyway, so I'm not done with the Imaginarium Theater preparations. I still have 16 characters I need to adjust. I've got 12 done. But anyway, yeah. So so I still need to make sure that 16 of my characters have the correct weapons that I want them to have, and also have good artifacts. But I'll take care of that tomorrow. And then we'll be able to do Imaginarium Theater on Monday. But for now, I thought maybe we'd continue with really can't filter these, huh? With Beidou's Hangout event. We finished one branch. Let's start on the other, shall we? The crux shines bright.
Well, would you look who's here? Looks like it's going to be a day to remember. Guys, look who the sea washed up!
Ahoy there, traveler. So Captain really did invite you to join the homecoming celebration.
Hey, I heard that you took care of another crisis while you were in Inazuma. Are the rumors true?
That's what I heard too.
Something like that.
Thanks to you, Inazuma's vision hunt decree was finally put to an end. Well done, traveler.
Captain's got quite the eye for people. She said she was sure that your trip to Inazuma would stir up some waves. And sure enough...
It was a joint effort. I can't take all the credit.
Look at you, being so modest. We all know what you did to protect Liyue Harbor.
I've heard that they tell stories about you in Mondstadt, too. The honorary knight. Pretty impressive.
I'd say someone of your caliber would be right at home in the cracks. Right, sailors?
That's right. Wow, I'm getting excited just thinking of being the Traveler's crewmate. Hey, what do you say we arm wrestle?
I was worried you'd be too busy to show up.
Oh, Captain on deck!
Captain, we were just trying to talk the Traveler into joining the crew.
Yeah, come on, Captain Beidou. Surely you've got a way to get the Traveler on board.
Oh, he's on board right now for the celebration, isn't he?
Yeah, but just one celebration together is not enough. You know what we mean, Captain.
All right, I get it now. There is something special about you, Traveler. You earned everyone's respect. myself included. So it goes without saying that the Crux would be honored to have a crew member such as yourself.
No doubt about that.
But then again, a hero like yourself doesn't just set off on a journey without some bigger purpose in mind. So should a hero really drop what they're doing just to spend day after day drifting at sea with us? Well, if that were the case, then the Crux, known for always moving forward to the next horizon, would instead be holding someone back.
Right. I guess we didn't think that part through.
Remember, rather than seeking out strong members to join us, you should be focusing on making yourselves the strongest that you can be. If we are powerful, they will come to us. Isn't that why everyone here chose to come aboard in the first place?
Yes? A strong sailor is always looking for a sturdy ship.
I guess I almost forgot the first lesson you ever taught me. Thanks for the reminder, Captain.
Just be sure you all keep that in mind. Now, there's no more need to hound the Traveler, as you were. The Traveler and I have something to discuss. I'm glad you
All right,
came.
I'm
Welcome
pretty
back
sure this is...
aboard.
The crew seemed excited to see me. Thanks for helping me out back there. So I think this is the one, but anyway.
Don't mention it. As a host, it would be pretty embarrassing to continue letting my guests be put on the spot like that. I can't go getting too caught up in my own reputation, though. That's certainly not how the Crux made it to where we are today. As the head of the fleet, my task is to keep us on the right course, no matter how turbulent the seas may become. But then again, the crew isn't usually this riled up. It's not that they're arrogant, they're just bubbling with ambition, that's all. Their excitement today comes from their great respect for you, both your strength and your character. So please, don't take it the wrong way.
Why would I? I'm actually quite interested in the life of a sailor.
Oh, is that so? Well, it just so happens that we're doing some recruitment and training for new crew members while we're back. It'll be a first-rate chance to learn the life of a sailor. Since you're interested, why don't you come along and experience a sailor's life firsthand? I'm curious to see if you'll take
So
the
this is
sea
where it
storm
splits,
in the
okay.
same way you have on land.
All right, Captain, show me the
Good.
ropes.
Come with me. I've got something interesting for you to see.
Or maybe not. I mean, okay. Yeah, no, it's definitely different.
Chief
But yeah,
Majors is breaking in the newcomers, but I think we can spare you the tedium of that. After this, the new crew members will be arranged into 2 teams for more specialized training, according to their own aptitudes and the needs of the fleet. One team will learn comprehensive survival skills, including maritime emergency rescue, marine meteorology, psychological counseling, and so on. They will serve as
So
the
definitely
support
not
team for the
pirate.
fleet, ensuring safe navigation. That's why we call them the Shield of the Crux.
The other team, the Spear of the Crux?
That's right. You catch on quick. As one might expect, we call the other team the Spear of the Crux, because they'll be learning about naval warfare. They'll make up the armed portion of our crew. Also, they're responsible for handling the fleet's cargo deals. So, what do you think? Which team is for you?
I mean, the Spear of the Crux, I would think.
You truly are an adventurer at heart. Let's start with
Can I
the
say?
fundamentals for any armed crew member. Basic boat handling. Follow me.
Follow me, follow me, follow me.
These are some older skirmish boats that we keep on the Alcor as backup. Although they've been made redundant by newer models now, they're still fully kitted out. They're perfect for when we need to do simulated battles as part of crew training.
Thought I'd be steering the Alcor in a battle simulation.
Disappointed? So this isn't quite on the scale that you had in mind, huh? To be honest, the Alcor
Got a lot
going
of
into
experience
battle is
with
the
these
last
little
thing I'd
tiny
ever wanna
boats.
see. In fact, out of all the confrontations
it
we've
called?
ever had,
What's the boat
almost
we have
all
called?
were
I
resolved by negotiation. Only when negotiations fail do we consider deploying our armed fighters and skirmish boats, and they alone are enough to handle most situations. The only reason the Alcor would ever need to open fire would be if it were a fight to the death. The Alcor serves only two purposes: to deter or to destroy. We are an armed fleet with a strong sense of justice, not war-hungry lunatics. We're very careful about determining when to use force and exactly what level of force to use.
I'm a little confused because for the longest time I thought that Beidou was like the pirate.
Quite enough for new crew members. Do you have any experience piloting small armed vessels?
But also at the same time, pirates tended to avoid fights when they could. They mostly just relied on surrender, people handing over some of their goods and all that kind of stuff. Sure do. I can even sail and fire at the same time.
You mean you can do the jobs of a helmsman and a gunner simultaneously? Wow, that's quite an achievement. Even in the Crux, there are few who can do that. Seems like you're a natural. In that case, I'll skip the basics on how to operate your craft. The goal of this exercise is simple. Steer your skirmish boat along the prescribed route and return here within the time limit. You can start when you're ready. I'll be waiting here.
Easy peony.
Skills.
All right. Go to the skirmish. Wave Rider. Or is it Wave Crasher? Wave Rider, yeah. Right. I gotta be honest though, I'm not a huge fan of the boat challenges. Do it. How did they get the hilly trolls here? Collected wave splitter insignias. Oh, was I supposed to blow up the hilly trolls? Wait, what? Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Please. We're in a bit of trouble. Let's start over. This time we will go ahead and hello? Can I please get on the ship? Game? Game. Okay. It's okay. We can do this, don't worry. Anyway, and then this time we will go ahead and Esperode. There it is. This time we will Esperode the hilly troll stations and see if we're supposed to do that. But it doesn't look like it was necessary to do that, but I did it anyway. Oh, maybe it was. Because those, did not show up before. Technically, these are not required, though. Yeah. There isn't, These are just to show the path, but I'm still gonna collect them anyway. Alright. And there's the last one, okay. Perfect score!
Nicely
Right.
done. That was a joy to watch. Perfect timing on the
First
turn,
try.
Your craft stable on the straightaway. It was like watching a well-rehearsed show.
Had a lot of training in sailing. Oh yeah, I mean, while we were in
It's high time I
Inazuma.
introduced you to some of the more serious business that the Crux takes on. Come with me. We're going to Liyue Harbor.
What was that sound effect? I've not heard that before. You know, actually, in addition to the whole superconduct thing, Beidou is going to be a one of the required characters in the next Imaginarium Theater. So it is quite appropriate to be doing our Hangout event.
The Crux is kind of like the
Multiple
maritime
ways.
equivalent of a guard for hire. We work as an armed carrier, earning our keep by successfully delivering the
okay.
goods entrusted to us from A to B. Aside from that, though, there is also one other important way we make income.
Bounties for capturing pirates on the Ministry of Civil Affairs wanted list. Consultancy fees for running fast-track training courses for bounties.
Actually, it's trading in certain kinds of goods.
Hey, my hotshot accountant. Nice of you to join us.
Cut it out, boss. Juza sent me here with a message. He says
So,
preparations
none of the-
are now underway. If you
none
give
of
me
the
the all
options
clear,
were
I'll head
correct.
straight over.
Okay. Be careful.
What's your bookkeeper doing here?
Well, she has something to take care of. Mora Grubber was right, though. The other important side to our business, the less official side, is doing exactly what merchants do.
Smuggling.
Importing here, exporting there. The only difference between us and regular merchants is that our transactions aren't
Yep, okay.
entirely above board.
Kind of a bit
You'll
of
see what I mean by
piracy.
that shortly. I'm taking you to see one such transaction for yourself. Come on, let's go meet our trading partner for the day.
And that's why she was given the whatchamacallits. The ballistas. Scorpions. Whatever you want to call them. Oh,
Do I
actually.
sense treasure?
Had to be sure. This way? Okay. Is that wine I see? Oh no, it's fish.
Fresh seafood! Fresh seafood! Catch
Shark
it when you
fins, huh?
can.
What do you have?
Hello there! Here at Nay's Professional Fishmongers, we've got everything you could ask for. So what do you need?
I want a bass head with all the teeth removed. If there's a single tooth in there, I don't want it.
Huh? You know bass have pharyngeal teeth, right? In the throat? How do you expect me to get all those out?
Then I'll have a bass trunk with 2 swim bladders. Again, if it's short by 1 swim bladder, it's not the bass I want.
You're not making this easy for me. 1 bass means 1 swim bladder. Afraid that's not up to me.
Okay, then I'll take a bass tail with scales that are yellow on the outside, black on the inside. Also, it's gotta have a total of 81 scales. That's 7 times 7, no more, no less.
What kind of fish scales
some
are
math.
yellow outside and black inside? You sure this is a fish you're talking about? In any case, you can try all you want, but 7 times 7
Okay.
is never gonna get you 81. Pardon my asking, but you're not a fish expert, are you? I'm sorry, ma'am, but, I'm afraid I don't have any of the things you're looking for.
This is code, obviously, and it's like, oh well, we don't have. Oh, I want this. Oh, we don't have that. I want this. We don't have that. I want this. We don't have that. Are you gonna out of stock? Didn't you say you have everything we could ask
Look,
for?
I'm a professional. So are most of the people I serve. I can accommodate anything they ask for. Seems you two are amateurs. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to go someplace else.
Anywhere you'd recommend?
Like I said, Nay's Professional Fishmongers is for professionals. For amateurs, the place to go to would be Wise Amateur Fishmongers.
I bet you're wondering why that guy was saying he didn't have what we wanted. That was just the first step in the transaction to confirm our identity. The real deal will come later.
Oh, okay. So it was all just confirmation. Code. What do they call it? Like when you say a code phrase and the other person has the response, and then it's like, ah, this is the person I'm looking for.
Fresh seafood! Fresh seafood! Come take a look!
Is this Wise Amateur Fishmongers?
That's the one. We have all kinds of amateur stuff here. The more amateur, the more of it we got. What would you like?
We'd like a bass head.
No problem. Ours are all toothless, mind you.
And a bass trunk.
Oh, no problem. I'll stick an extra swim bladder in there for you. On the house.
And a tail.
Sure thing. I'll paint the scales yellow on the outside and black on the inside, so you can tell at a glance, this ain't no ordinary fishtail.
And the scales add up to 81 or 7 times 7?
7 times 7 you want? I can do you 81, 138, or even 648. It's up to you.
Great. I like your style. We have a deal.
81 times.
Oh, appreciate your patronage. Please, take your order to our warehouse manager over there.
Hold on, I'm trying to do the math on what 138 breaks down into. That leads us to 23, which is a prime number, so 2, 3, and 23. So I'm not sure what. Anyway, do you have the fish here?
A real amateur if I've ever met one. Proud to have you as a customer. No, we don't have the fish here. All fish sold at Wise Amateur Fishmongers are still swimming in the sea. Once we get the order in from the customer, we go fish it out for them. The warehouse handles that side of things. Pay first, then we bring you the goods. That way you get the freshest catch.
See, that was not a good question to be asking, I don't think, because, like, it's pretty obvious what's going on. Actually, I was just thinking about that the other day. Or today, actually, my bad. There's this episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where they plug into Geordi's visor to kind of see what he's seen. And he and the captain have, like, this conversation, and it really spells everything out. And it's like, it kind of diminished both the characters' intelligence, because it's like, oh, you didn't get that right from the get-go? Took you that long to catch on?
Are you two here to collect your order, huh, Beidou?
Yes, sir. We're here about that bass.
I didn't expect you to come in person, but we still need to follow procedure. The bass you want is not a standard specimen. Our fishermen need to wait for the right moment to catch it. You know the rules, I take it?
Of course.
What rules?
Oh, well, as you know, timing and location are everything when it comes
We couldn't
to
ask
fishing.
this of Beidou later?
Till all the conditions are just right. That means the tide, the moon, and the wind. So, let me ask you this. When will the tide come in?
The fishing song will sound out at midnight.
How drunk will the moon be before the party's over?
It won't stop while the Star of Death shines.
I see, yes. Which way will the sea breeze be blowing?
The breeze should be bound for Guyan.
All right, then. Well received. I'll go and make arrangements.
Great. I think that wraps up everything we needed to do in Liyue Harbor. Let's head back and wait for the delivery.
What did all those riddles mean?
The 3 people we just met are our business partners. Nay's professional fishmongers and Y's amateur fishmongers are just cover names. The bass, obviously, is the code name for the goods. The numbers of teeth, swim bladders, and scales all represent different specifications. Meanwhile, the conversation I had with the warehouse keeper was the instructions for the deal itself. Let me translate it for you. Tonight at midnight, the deal will take place in Guyan Stone Forest. The Alcor will wait there as long as needed. As for
I gotta
what
check the map
actual
on
goods
that.
Are, well, you'll see tonight.
It's also mysterious. Is it as shady as... See, we're not doing anything illegal here, are we? Gee, I don't know. What requires talking in code that much?
What if I were to say yes? What would you do then?
Pretend I didn't see anything.
Thank you. But don't worry, everything will be fine. I deeply value you as a friend, but ultimately, you're not with the Crux. I definitely don't want to cause you any trouble just because you hung out with me. So rest assured, we haven't broken any laws. At least not today.
I'm guessing that's why the teeth are removed. It's yellow on the outside. And, there's the second swim bladder. So, hold on here. Guyan Stone Forest. Oh, no, this is Guyan Stone Forest. That's right. Okay. Okay. Till early morning. The deal was supposed to be at midnight, and I take punctuality very seriously. Your iron abacus. No crabs, unfortunately. We could have just, like, been chipping some crabs.
You gave me quite the surprise when you showed up in
10%.
person earlier today.
Well, my friend is visiting, so I wanted to show him how the Crux handles some of its important business.
I see. You two must be close.
You got that right. Now, down to business. Have you brought the goods?
Yep, all here. Please, feel free to take stock.
Stop! Nobody move! We have received certain information pertaining to a potential illegal business transaction at this location. Apologies, Captain Beidou, but I'm going to need to inspect those goods.
I mean, Beidou did say that it was nothing illegal, but okay.
Oh,
Apparently
an
I can't
illegal
pick up...
business transaction, you say? Well, all the goods are here. If you have any suspicions, please inspect them at your leisure.
Millith checks the goods.
Captain, everything's been checked. It's just a bunch of potatoes, flour, and so on. And all the paperwork checks out too.
Huh?
Everything's been checked thrice over. There's not a single contraband item here. The paperwork was approved by the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the tax declarations are all in order.
Looks like you've managed to clear everything up. I suppose we can put this down as a simple misunderstanding.
Yes, apologies. This was a mistake on our end. Come on, let's go.
Bravo, Captain Beidou. This was rather ingenious.
Wait a second. What's going on? All this mystery over some potatoes and flour?
Seems like your friend still has a little catching up to do.
I know you have a lot of questions. Come on, take a walk with me and I'll lay it all out for you.
Well, I'll leave you both to it. Captain Beidou, I look forward to doing business with you again. Take care.
You probably thought that there was some sort of nefarious business going on behind all...
That's a lot higher than I thought.
That was exactly what I wanted the Ministry of Civil Affairs to believe. What you might not know is that I, as the leader of the Crux Fleet, and you, the great hero of Liyue Harbor, have both been on the Ministry of Civil Affairs watch list for a long time. In other words, whenever you
Could you, like, speed it up a little bit?
in Liyue Harbor, it almost always draws their attention. Not that there's any animosity behind it, mind you. In their words,
It's a security precaution to prevent people like us from causing unnecessary trouble.
Oh, I have no qualms about that. They're just doing their job, keeping the land safe. But...
Do I sense
Single again?
treasure?
Ah, yes. Sometimes, the closer you are to something, the less you can see. Did you figure it out yet? That's right. Maura Grubber, the accountant.
Yep, she was the one handling the illegal stuff.
And a few sacks of potatoes and flour serving as a front, the deal she's overseeing on her end should go off without a hitch. After all, the Ministry of Civil Affairs sent the Millilith to us. Looking at the
And
time,
that's,
it should be any second now. Look, that's the signal.
That's quite an obvious signal. You might want
Tonight's
something a
real
little
deal
less
is
obvious.
Officially done. Do you have any more questions?
I have a feeling Ningguang is not so easy to fool.
You're right. Never underestimate her. But as long as we don't take things too far, she won't look into it too closely. She knows that neither you nor I would do anything to harm Liyue. In any case, there's another higher level watch list at the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
But yeah, that's straight out of Sun Tzu.
It's top secret. Even I don't know whose names are on it. But I do know that the individuals and organizations on that list are the ones the Qixing are really wary of. I've gotten off topic. On some level, Ningguang and I are actually business partners too. Reason being, I'm the only one who can get her some of the more obscure treasures she wants.
What is the real deal?
It's complicated. All you need to know is that what might be easily attainable for some people can often be a lifesaver for others who can't get their hands on it. That's where we come in. It's as simple as that.
Mean weapons? Do you mean medicine?
You still have some important things to take care of, don't you? As long as you don't know what I was referring to, you'll be safe. So, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you for now.
I'm guessing weapons for
corner of the world, found your
Synchronomia?
sibling and neatly tied up all your loose ends along
Or
the way.
possibly to some
You're
sort of
welcome to come
or
back
not
here.
cry
I'll tell you
resistance
all about it. You'll
in
always be welcome
Shnushnaya.
in the Crux Fleet. I hope I get to see you on board again someday.
Guyan Buyers Club. Once everything is over, Beidou hopes to see you on board again someday. The whole thing about, oh, you know, the smuggler smuggling medicine, that's just... But weapons can be a lifesaver in particular situations. All right, looks like we're going with the shield. You know, doing navigation by the stars.
Chiefmate Juza's breaking in the newcomers, but I think we can spare you the tedium of that. After this, the new crew members will be arranged into 2 teams for more specialized training, according to their own aptitudes and the needs of the fleet. One team will learn comprehensive survival skills, including maritime emergency rescue, marine meteorology, psychological counseling, and so on. They will serve as the support team for the fleet, ensuring safe navigation. That's why we call them the Shield of the Crux.
The other team, the Spear of the Crux?
That's right. You catch on quick. As one might expect, we call the other team
Yeah, I'm
the
super
Spear
smart.
of the Crux, because they'll be learning about naval warfare. They'll make up the armed portion of our crew. Also, they're responsible for handling the fleet's cargo deals. So, what do you think? Which team is for you?
Shield of the Crux.
As I expected, you have a will to protect others. There are 2 main
Also, I'm, like,
subjects
really
that
smart.
the Shield of the Crux focuses on: survival knowledge and entertainment. As I was
Wait,
saying
what?
earlier, survival knowledge includes prevention of injuries and diseases at sea, navigation and cartography, basic meteorology, etc. You can go learn about these skills from Yuánshén, HoYoverse, and Richter. They're all seasoned hands in their respective fields.
Thought I would be learning from you, Captain.
Each sailor has their own strengths and weaknesses. I'm no rookie, of course, but you shouldn't underestimate the knowledge of the crew. If there's anything
Exactly.
I'm most proud of in the fleet, it's my people. Go and get to work.
The best leaders are not the ones who know everything. They're the ones who
I look forward to seeing how you do.
know how to take care of the people who know everything. Find the people who know everything.
Hello, traveler. I'm Yuánshén, the Crux's surgeon at sea. Whenever a sailor has a health problem, they come to me. I deal with it all, from seasickness and common colds to amputations and everything in between.
I'd like to learn about treating injuries and illnesses at sea.
Oh, I presume the captain arranged this, correct? All right then, let's begin. First of all, let me ask you this. What do you think is the biggest danger that all new crew members face?
Getting seasick? New crew members, I would say getting seasick. Catching a cold would be for the seasoned ones. Well, catching a cold, but getting sick would be, and then getting seasick.
That can certainly be a problem at sea, but it's not the biggest danger. The most dangerous thing for a newcomer is to
So there was no right answer.
of life at sea. Oh,
I was not allowed to give a right answer.
Themselves as young and fighting fit, and have no regard for safety. They think that since they are tough enough to look after themselves on land, they'll be fine at sea as well. Those are the ones that always end up in the sick bay. Everyone should know that being a sailor, especially on a long voyage, is a brutal job in an unforgiving environment. We have to face malnutrition when we're short on supplies, all kinds of injuries and diseases that the harsh ocean weather can bring, and even the psychological problems that can arise due to isolation and the lack of entertainment. To make things worse, the lack of medication and treatment options at sea can result in even minor health problems becoming serious, or even fatal.
Hence the need for amputations.
Oh, you probably thought I was joking, right? Well, that's not surprising. Most newcomers think the same way. But hopefully you now realize that with a little extra precaution, a lot of these things can be avoided. Well, I think that's enough for you to think over for now. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Beidou's view on this? What happens to the crew members who have had limbs amputated?
Are you concerned about them? No wonder Captain Beidou thinks you're different. There must be more to you than just your strength. If
Turns
you
out I'm not
once
just a
more
dumb
rubber
brute.
to show you the books, you'll see there is a regular fixed cost titled Convalescence Payments and Incapacity Support for Injured Crew Members. Regardless of the fleet's income, those who have fought alongside us will certainly receive their compensation every year. Some of those that have returned to land have started small businesses, while others have chosen to go out traveling the world. The money is intended to allow them to live their lives as freely as possible. I'm sure being based on land helps a lot with that too. Still, we can't pretend like it solves everything. They call them life-changing injuries for a reason, you know. But if nothing else, it's good to know that while Captain Beidou is in charge of the Crux, no one will get forgotten. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Thanks. I've learned a lot.
Well, my pleasure. Okay, let's leave it there then. Be sure to take good care of your health.
I always do. That's a lie. Hey, navigation!
Sorry.
In another life, I might have been a
We were so caught up on
navigator at sea.
We didn't notice we were going a little overboard. Good thing the captain stepped in.
Keep track of the stars and all that. Although, speaking of, so navigation by stars didn't come about for a long time. For a while, ships navigated by the sun and by coastlines, and so they were very hesitant to leave when to leave the coast behind to where they couldn't see it anymore, and that was why maps were oriented to the east, not to the north. But once navigation by the stars became relevant, not only did that mean that that ships could sail beyond sight of the land, but it also meant that the most important direction was to the north, not to the east. Okay, I was hoping to learn a little bit more about cartography.
Oh, well in that case, you have come to the right person. I'm not just blowing smoke. You're looking at the most talented navigator in Liyue Harbor. I'll start by introducing some chart reading essentials for new sailors. Feel free to interrupt if you have any questions. Let's start
This
with
is
what to
happening
look
right
for
in the
when you
middle
get
of the
a
day,
set of
so
complicated
you
charts.
know.
First, you should always look at any indicated shorelines, islands or reefs, water depths, hydrological conditions, and other hazards. With these features in mind, you can answer the basic question of, can I chart a safe course through this area? Visually, nautical charts are a little unique. Unlike land maps, most charts do not have a fixed scale, which means that it can be hard to precisely determine the exact distance between 2 points. The most advanced nautical charts come with a supplementary chart, which has different colored lines marked on it to indicate distances. It's worth mentioning that under my direction, the Crux is using these advanced kinds of charts. Some cartographers mark out other points of interest on their charts, usually with their own
See, this
special
is a
symbols.
very
If
fascinating
they don't
thing.
leave any accompanying notes, they can be very difficult to interpret.
For example, charts inherited from the previous navigator.
Not only those, we have tattered and torn charts that we've picked up from all over the place. To be honest, it can be quite a challenge, even for me. Some of these charts are really old and have symbols that I've never seen before. But if we don't decipher them, we will certainly miss many secrets of the sea. Fortunately, we have the captain with us. She managed to find some ancient books on semiotics that I can use to study the charts further. I don't think anyone other than our captain could manage to get these kinds of resources. Old charts and ancient books on semiotics are not the kinds of things that are sold in your average marketplace. Oops, I've gotten off topic. Well, that just about covers the basics of chart reading. Is there anything else you would like to know, Traveler?
Do you have any experience drafting nautical? Yeah. Do you have any experience drafting nautical charts?
Drafting charts? That's certainly a more advanced topic. To be honest, I've only attained a smattering of knowledge in that area. The charts we are using now are just revised versions of the ones left by the previous navigator. So my mapping experiences have been primarily limited to updating our charts to reflect changes in the sea. I think you can ask Captain Beidou more about cartography. One time, the fleet sailed into an uncharted area by mistake. it wasn't long before we turned the fleet around and returned the way we came out for fear of potential hazards. But Captain Beidou still managed to draft a simple chart of the area we sailed through for if and when we explore the area again. Incredible, isn't it? I was amazed to see that the captain could even do cartography.
And why does she need you as the navigator?
Because I
Wow.
have the talent, and she doesn't want to let it go to waste. She treats the whole crew that way.
That, and
I
she's
wish
busy
I had
being the
same impression
captain.
myself. After all, in many fleets, the captain also works as a navigator. I couldn't understand her reasoning at the time, so I asked her. She just laughed and told me to wise up, saying that even Rex Lapis never fights alone. She wants everyone on board to master.
Well, yeah, I
their
mean, his
role,
DPS
so
is
that the
kind of
cross is
garbage.
not floating on her alone. That way, if the day ever comes when she's no longer with the fleet, we will still be able to sail onward without her. Captain Beidou may seem aloof and even act careless sometimes, but the truth is that she's very considerate of everyone on board. Is there anything else you would like to know, Traveler?
Nothing else, thank you.
My pleasure. A friend of Captain Beidou is a friend of mine.
Learn a thing or two from Zuliushi. Oh, goodness. Okay, well.
Try and stop me!
Oh, really? Really, game? What? Wait, what? How do we get up there? Oh, is it like, oh, you know, just climb up?
The waves are as calm as always.
Matter of fact, how are we supposed to get up there?
Full throttle! Phew.
Alright, and then... Oh. There's a rope ladder. Oh, really? I guess we were just supposed to take breaks on the way up.
Hello, traveler. Are you here to learn about marine meteorology?
Wait, how did you know?
In my line of work, I've got to have a pair of sharp eyes. I saw the captain showing you around the training grounds, and then you went to see Yuánshén and HoYoverse. So I figured that
Red
she
in the
probably
morning,
wants you to get to know
sailors
the
take
life of a crew
warning.
member.
Red at night, sailors delight. You have a real knack for your work. Looks like Beidou got the right person for the job.
Okay, let's get started. First, I'll introduce you to the basics of meteorology. Marine meteorology basically means keeping tabs on the weather as well as other ocean phenomena, so things like sea fog, storm surges, water spouts, and so on. These are all potential threats to safe navigation. Luckily, whatever weather might be coming up, there's always some kind of sign that gives it away in advance. Take water spouts, for example. They're caused by high-speed rotating winds on the surface of the ocean. They can engulf large ships and do immense damage. But if you know that water spouts can only form in an environment with high temperature, high humidity, and large clouds, then you can be well prepared. You will be even more alert if you also know that the presence of winds blowing in opposite directions, with a significant difference in speed, is a direct precursor to the formation of water spouts. And most importantly, if you spot a small white vortex emerging from the clouds, you should immediately notify the crew to steer clear of what's ahead. So there you go. Those are the warning signs of water spouts. I am proud to say that over the years, I haven't let a single one sneak up on my watch.
So how do you warn the crew? That's what I want to know.
I've got to confess, I learned almost everything I know from the captain. All the stuff about meteorology that I just told you about, she's the real expert. Do you know the small fishing village next to Yuánshén? I heard that when Captain Beidou was a kid, she worked there fishing. Later, she made her way to the harbor where she struggled to make a living. Growing up in an environment like that, it's no wonder she knows everything about the sea. When I first came on board, I lived every day wallowing in doubt, wondering if my former career as a sailor was all just a waste. But as I gradually learned some new things and became more experienced, I finally realized what makes the Crux so great. After all, not every fleet has the uncrowned Lord of the Ocean as their leader. I feel lucky just to have joined.
Thanks for your time. I think I've learned all that I need for now.
Find me anytime if you want to know more.
Port back to Beidou. 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 Beidou.
The waves are as calm as always.
Where's Beidou? Hello? There she is. Okay.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? I thought it would take you a while longer. So, what did you think?
It was a little hard, but I can handle it.
Now you know that the Shield of the Crux is not such an easy job.
Of course not.
Let's get started. First of all, life on the sea isn't always plain sailing. Injuries and illnesses happen all the time. But what is the single biggest danger?
And it's very important, by the way, to have people job of others just in case they get sick. Underestimating danger.
Is that your final answer? All right, on to the second question.
Who wants to be a millionaire reference?
The fleet plots its route using nautical
He had to
charts.
see medieval.
The charts used by the Crux have additional charts attached. The supplementary chart has lots of lines in various colors for added reference. What is the purpose of these lines?
To mark distances, to mark different types of currents, to mark specific locations, to add color and depth to the chart in a way that expresses the draughtsman's aesthetic preferences and fosters a greater appreciation of art among the crew. Well, you're not wrong. No, it's to mark distances.
Okay, interesting. Now, last question. On longer voyages, we have to be especially careful to avoid certain weather hazards that pose a threat to the integrity of the ship and the lives of the crew. For example, waterspouts. So, my question is, how can we reliably predict waterspouts so we can avoid them?
When Liushi says a waterspout is coming, it's coming. When Sea Drake says a waterspout is coming, it's coming. The presence of dark clouds and strong winds in opposite directions, plus white vortices in the clouds. The presence of dark clouds and strong winds in opposite directions, plus rings of white spots. White vortices in the clouds.
Okay, those are all my questions. Do you want to know how you did? I gotta say, each time I think I've wrapped my head around how great you are, you surprise me with something new. You got them all correct. They weren't the most difficult
Perfect recall.
but they weren't ones you could bluff your way through.
I wasn't even paying attention with the waterspouts, actually. Not enough to answer that, but...
Now it's time to apply that endless talent of yours to learning some new recreational activities.
To be clear, wrestling sea monsters barehanded is not my idea of recreation.
Don't worry. All our recreational activities are respectable and, above board. You need to realize that
If
being
you say
out
so.
at sea might be fun for the first few days while everything's new, but before too long, looking at the same old sea every day and being so isolated from everything can really cause people to struggle mentally. That is why regular recreational activities are an absolute necessity. We offer a lot of fun courses for our newcomer training, including fishing, photography, chess. Oh, and thanks to Kazuha, these days we also offer poetry and music appreciation, as well as communal wind listening. Each newcomer has to participate in at least one, so that they've got some way of keeping themselves occupied at sea further down the line. Of course, if you'd prefer wrestling sea monsters with your bare hands, that can be arranged.
I was just kidding.
Well, for today at least, let's stick to the training schedule drawn up by Juza. If I remember correctly, it should be photography today. Come on, I'll show you.
Amara.
Listen up, everyone can go back and call it a day. The photography session has been postponed.
What's going on here, Juza?
Oh, Captain, there you are. Well, Captain, the photography teacher just sent word saying that she's fallen ill and doesn't want to risk coming in case she keels over in class.
I see. That's quite unfortunate.
Captain, if I may, I know a little bit about photography.
Oh? Quite the multi-talented one, aren't you? In that case,
I have a camera.
help us out and lead the class today.
Yeah, unfortunately, the original teacher canceled at short notice, so there's no time to schedule anything else instead. It would be great if the Traveler could step in as the teacher for the day.
It's up to you, Traveler.
Sure. Be my pleasure.
Great. It's settled then. Juza, let's muster everyone over here to meet the new teacher.
Yes, Captain.
Juza gathers the excited crew to meet their new teacher.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. That should be everyone. Take it away, Traveler.
Before I begin, I do have one condition.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
This is a photography course. There has to be a subject. We will need a model.
Fair enough. It seems like you already have someone in mind. So, who will it be?
I think the most suitable model is Chief Mate Juza. Is Yuánshén, Juliushi. I think the most suitable model is Captain Beidou.
Me? well, we could do that. Or, Guyunstone Forest looks extraordinary today. It'd be a pity to not capture the scenery for posterity. So how about we snap Guyunstone Forest for today's class? Then there'd be no need for a model.
Come on,
We've managed
Captain.
to fluster Captain
The
Beidou,
photography class
uncrowned
portrait photography.
Master of the Sea or whatever.
Scenery
Emperor.
looks nice at
Empress,
first, but it gets boring after a while. I bet it'd keep the crew more entertained if we got them learning portrait photography so they could record moments in each other's daily lives. Those were your exact words, Captain.
Were they now? Strange. I don't seem to remember anything about that. Well, then in that case, how about Huixing? I bet she's perfect for the camera. Or Fuzhong. Or Mora Grubber.
Really? Trying to sell out your crew?
Seriously, Captain?
It's very disappointing.
You're just trying to wriggle your way out of this. This isn't like you. You are the captain, after all. Of all of us, you're the best suited to being a model.
I agree. You were the one who invited the Traveler to be the teacher, so you should cooperate, Captain. Besides, Captain, you've never had your photo taken. It's high time you got one. You know, a heroic and striking kind of picture.
There are no photos of me on the internet.
To promote the fleet during recruitment.
Yeah.
Real funny, guys.
It will never be in the future. As long as I have something to say about it. Trust your crew, Captain. You are the best candidate. Trust me, Captain. You are the best candidate.
Well, if you say so. I'm not one to spoil the fun. So, what do I do now, Traveler?
You can just strike an epic pose, smile, and be happy.
Like this?
You look a little stiff.
You're kidding, right? I've never had my photo taken before, but something this simple shouldn't be a challenge for me. It must be...
I'm a model.
Something. You've got it wrong.
You know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. Perhaps you feel uncomfortable with so many people around? Perhaps you feel uncomfortable posing here?
I never said that.
Go somewhere quieter. Go somewhere with a better view. Somewhere quieter.
Go somewhere else, then bring the final photo back as teaching material?
Sounds good to me. That's a good idea, isn't it, guys?
The lighting may still be a problem. But I'm open to persuasion. If you have a suitable place in mind, I can consider it. Just to be clear, I won't necessarily agree. It depends on the place you have in mind.
Sorry, Armin, I'm gonna be ending the stream pretty soon, so No join. Anyway. Here there's a fishing village near Huangshuin. How about the top of Mount Tianheng, overlooking all of Liyue Harbor? How about Yao Guangshou? We can enjoy the ocean breeze.
The fishing village near Wangshuin? That place is deserted now, isn't it? How do you even know that place anyway? It's tiny. I don't think I've ever seen it on a single map.
I'm not gonna sell it out! I once found some treasure there.
Treasure? There? I guess I missed out on that one. It just so happens that that little village is where I grew up. Now that you've mentioned it, it's given me the urge to go back and take a look around. How about we take this opportunity to pay my old home a visit?
Let's go. And we can see if Nicole can detect any treasure along the way. Most likely not, as if you couldn't tell from the map markers, this area used to be along my artifact hunting route. La la la.
Do I sense treasure?
La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. Clean up my winter clothes and wishing I was warm. Go home. New York City winters aren't bleeding me. Bleeding me.
Do I sense treasure?
The clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his tray.
Do I sense treasure?
Been playing way too much Albion Online. I saw that, I'm like, oh, we should get some chestnut wood. Nope. So yes, this should have some artifacts. Yeah. Then over here in the boat, some artifacts here. Okay. Let me guess, it's that the Pyro Fatui dude. Fatui agent, I believe they're called.
Bring it! Such defiance!
Leaving so soon?
I actually used to use, oh, what's her name? The not Hydro, the Animal Claymore user, the ninja girl. I used to use her in the artifact hunting in this area because so that star means that there are multiple artifact spots. And it's under here. And you can come crashing in with her. Get you past those. It's nice and easy. And I believe... Yeah, so the only artifacts... Alright, let me see. I mean, someone back here is not going to have maxed out artifacts, right? Not all of them, anyway. So, if we take these out... So, all of that is worth 6,300 experience. 3 and... So, 8. About 800 experience per spot. And I believe you can collect like 200 per day. 200 artifact spots. That was a decent chunk of change for artifact experience. Zhang, as fishing has become more difficult, sales have dropped. We've decided to leave the village as a group and find work elsewhere. You never replied to the letters I sent. The girl has left some things for you in the usual place, by the main house. I wonder if that's the... The girl, I am guessing, being Beidou. But yeah, now that you can get the artifact experience potions from
Certainly seen better days. It was never that impressive.
From the battle pass,
Back in the day,
it's
it was
gotten a lot
lively
easier.
Village and home to several families. I wonder how long these
Not to mention
houses will remain
the
standing.
Stygian onslaught. Exactly happened here.
Nothing as dramatic as you might think. A few small incidents occurred, and then people began to leave. Come on, let's take a walk around. People used to call this place Downriver because the villagers apparently moved here from a place called Upriver. With them, they brought their knowledge of fishing, which had been passed down from generation to generation. I learned a lot from them when I was here.
So where was Upriver? Somewhere along here? Oh.
Now Upriver is long gone, and Downriver is all but deserted. It won't be long before no one even remembers what these places are called. To Zhong. Zhong. I barely remember this name.
Gone too long. Probably because you were little at the time. Well, yeah, no.
You're
Well,
right.
duh.
I was only about 5 or 6 years old when I first arrived here. I was homeless and had to wander around the streets. I remember finally managing to find half a rice bun, but then a stray dog jumped out and snatched it away from me. Half a rice bun was not something I was willing to give up so easily at the time, so I chased it all the way to this neighborhood. Then a few fishermen saw us running and stopped me. They were kind enough to give me some food. Seeing me stop, the dog also stopped running. But straight away it keeled over and never got up again. Maybe it was too tired, or maybe it had starved to death. I went over and saw that the dog still had the half rice bun in its mouth. It didn't let go even at the very end. Poor thing. Had I known the dog was so weak, I would have let it take that half rice bun.
When the villagers here took you in?
I could tell they were wary of me at first. I was the dirty little kid who had just chased a dog to death over some scraps of food. But I got lucky. The village chief took
Quite a
me
legend.
and brought me to
Quite
the
the start to a legend.
That's how I ended up staying here.
Did you leave later?
Do you know what the name Beidou means? Come on, I'll explain along the way. About a year or two after I arrived, the village chief fell ill during the winter and passed away. During that same period, the harvest was getting worse and the fishermen's catch was getting smaller day by day. Without the village chief to handle the situation, people began blaming each other. There were even rumors that some families had been overfishing and leaving nothing for the rest of the village to catch. But in the end, they all turned on me, saying that they shouldn't have ever taken me in. They said I was bad luck. They pointed to how that dog died on the first day I arrived. Next thing you know, the village chief dies.
And all the fish die. Sorry.
They said I was a living curse, and the downfall of the village was all my fault. I told them that I didn't understand. I'm not a curse, I'm just Beidou. Then some of the villagers started shouting and drove me out of the village. They shouted, "Nando controls life. Beidou controls death. Beidou controls death." Before then, all I knew about my name was that it had something to do with the stars. It wasn't until then that I realized that Beidou was a constellation. And the Alcor, one of its stars, was an omen of death.
Ah.
Here we are.
Hence the
This
name.
is the old house of the village chief. I bet he never expected that the little girl he took in would grow up to be seen as a curse that brought about the village's total destruction.
You're cursed, and I think I am too.
What do you mean?
The Animal Archon's Gnosis was taken after I arrived in Mondstadt.
Is that all?
The Geo Archon's Gnosis was also taken after I arrived in Liyue.
And let me guess. You got to Inazuma and the Electro Archon's Gnosis was taken as well?
Yep.
Well, you seem to wreak havoc on a grander scale than I ever could.
Does that make you feel better now?
Oh, I get it. You're trying to convince me that I'm not cursed.
I would hope that she got over that a long time ago.
Let's not forget that the people whose names stick around are the ones who emerge from the stormy seas unscathed. And the ones who get swept away in the wind are the fledgling birds who couldn't hack it. I, for one, have never encountered a storm I couldn't weather.
But did you
Your
die?
journey's far from over.
This is what I said. This is what I said with the Bennett.
There's no telling what else you might encounter in this vast world. So if you ever find some idiot trying to brand you as a scapegoat just because you're the one who lived to tell the tale, tell them Captain Beidou demands to have the honor along with you. Remember, you'll always have the captain of the Crux to back you up wherever you go.
I suppose we're just two scapegoats looking out for each other.
Two cursed scapegoats banding together for survival. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, but at the same time, I kinda dig it. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Right, teacher?
You finally remembered what we're here for. I thought you might not be in the mood.
Come on, let's not waste any time. Get it done while you can before I change my mind. So, do I need to strike a pose?
However you prefer. Perhaps you can strike an epic pose. Perhaps maybe go for something a little flirtatious. I have to do that. I have to do that. Come on.
What? The nerve! What do you think this is? I don't want to do this whole modeling thing.
Oh, sorry.
Cut it out. No more pictures.
You quickly press on the shutter before Beidou was fully prepared. I thought we agreed to strike a flirtatious pose. Sorry, you agreed with who again? Gosh. Oh, okay, so I was gonna end it there. Kind of have to end it there, to be perfectly honest. For reasons that I won't go into. But anyway, kind of interesting. I did not expect that to fork at the end, but anyway, and certainly not in that way. But anyway, yeah. Like I said, that's gonna be it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. The rest of your night is a good one, and I will see you later. Alright, friends.